So Comforts has been the best tried to beat Rock Singer here. Now the race is over. The line is good. They're racing. El Rapido from the inside first out. Rock Singer jumped pretty well, followed by Comforts, and then Baycrest. Daneborough out nicely today. Then Hollow on the inside from Quadri, Time Signal and Native Zephyr. El Rapido leads as they settle fully into stride, about 2 lengths on Rock Singer. Little over a length to Comforts, travelling around Baycrest, and 2 lengths to Daneborough. 1.5 to Hollow after a length to the horse with the cult following, and that is Quadri. Native Zephyr on the inside of Time Signal being the last pair as they work their way into the back straight and come along to the 1400 marker, and it's El Rapido bowling along in his usual role. He's about 2.5 lengths clear on the favourite Rock Singer. Third is Baycrest, at his girth on the outside Comforts, and 2 lengths further away is Daneborough. Hollow's over on the inside of Quadri, and about 2 lengths to Native Zephyr, and a half length on the outside Time Signal. No change in the order as they work their way along towards the 1100, and it's El Rapido having his lead whittled down to a length and a quarter by Rock Singer. Then Baycrest, Comforts on the outside, and 2 lengths to Daneborough. Hollow next, followed on the outer by Quadri, Time Signal, and Native Zephyr's last, back about 10 lengths from the lead, which is occupied by El Rapido. And coming on past the 800, again El Rapido quickens up marginally, a length and 3/4 on Rock Singer. Then Baycrest, Comforts, Quadri starting to make some ground around them, followed by Daneborough, Time Signal. Hollow the rails, and still absolute is Native Zephyr with 600 ahead of them. And the leader is El Rapido, but Rock Singer's loomed up ominously. Comfort's being called upon now by Brown. Wider out is Quadri, and then Baycrest, and Daneborough's hooking to the extreme outside. They turn now, and Rock Singer dashes away from El Rapido. Comfort's to second, and then Quadri, and Daneborough's on the outside, coming down to the 250, and Rock Singer taken on in earnest by Comfort's. A length to Daneborough joining in, and then Quadri. Rock Singer the inside Comfort's, and Daneborough's looming up very quickly. Daneborough putting his mind to the job today, gobbles up Rock Singer and Comforts, and it's Daneborough. Daneborough has beaten Comforts and Rock Singer from Quadri, and then Hollow followed by El Rapido, further back Baycrest, and then Native Zephyr, and absolute was Time Signal. Oh, he's been an enigma. If he was going to ever put his mind to the job, he'd win a race here at headquarters. He jumped well today, he raced well, and Bart's got the key to him, obviously, now Daneborough. And if he can keep in the vein that he displayed this morning, Daneborough is going to win his connections more races. Beautifully bred, Danehill Kingston Red by Kingston Rule. Raced by the Codner family. They've had some handy horses over the years. I remember one, Burr Oak, he was a goodie.
And we'll leave it there. Daneborough winning the first race in Sydney today on a big program, and 9 events, the last at 5 o'clock today, with the main race, the San Miguel Warwick Stakes, the 7th on the card at 20 minutes. At Liberty Rose at $4.80, written by a Queen, $3.40, and Oamaru Town with Darren Gauci on board is the $2.50 favourite with Super Tab. Now let's say good afternoon.
First on the card. They're moving in. Oamaru Town was the first to go in, takes up the inside stall. Alongside her, Liberty Rose is set, and now Written by a Queen is coming up. And the top 3 in the betting have the inside 3 stalls. They're all in. They're set for the first. 1600. Racing now. Oamaru Town jumping well on the inside with Liberty Rose away nicely, and Emerald Dane up to 3rd, Written by a Queen, just easing off them 4th in the red colours. Then Shannon Royale written up, followed by Wanaway. Yakama, and edging out has gone back to last. Oamaru Town left comfortably in front, climbing up the hill near the 1200, out by about 2 lengths. Emerald Dane is 2nd, Liberty Rose is 3rd, Written by a Queen, 4th on the inside from Shannon Royale. Wanaway the grey has trapped out a little here, followed by edging out, and now Yakama's last of all. Oamaru Town in front. She's thrown the head about though as Gauci tries to restrain her. She's a length in front of Emerald Dane. Liberty Rose is 3rd, Shannon Royale 4th. Wanaway still travelling deep, and then came Written by a Queen, who's got back now to 3rd last on the inside, followed by edging out, and Yakama peels out 3 wide to start her run at the 800 metres. Oamaru Town has slowed the tempo mid-race, about a half length in front. In second placing Emerald Dane. Wanaway goes to 3rd. Liberty Rose has had the gun run right behind them, just needs a little bit of luck now to produce. Yakama starts a run at the 600 metres from Shannon Royale and then edging out, and in a bunch field written by Queen has got shuffled out to last. Oamaru Town has controlled the pace mid-race. She should have a kick. She's in a bit of a grey area though, out to 1600 for the first time. Oamaru Town from Emerald Dane, one away. Yakama wide, Liberty Rose needing a run behind the leader. Down to the 200, Oamaru Town given full bore. Can't get away though on Emerald Dane. Getting up behind them, written by Queen, can't get a crack at them. Nork and Liberty Rose, and then edging out. Oamaru Town had the lead narrowly. Emerald Dane, written by Queen, driving on the inside, coming to the line, written by Queen, dashes through and gets there, written by Queen. With the rails runners got up to win it from either Oamaru Town, Emerald Dane, Liberty Rose are up there for the placings. Edging out was wider out on the course, followed by Yakama and then Shannon Royale, and last to finish was One Away. Despite a big betting drift written by Queen, has overcome some troubles in the run to, I think, get this photo finish. She's virtually got shuffled to last before the home turn. Then Nicholas Ryan persevered for the inside runs, which came in the last little bit of the race, and she's driven through in a similar performance to her win here on the 2nd of August. She's got there 3 written by Queen. Luck, a little bit of a fortune there. Second going to Oamaru Town, written by Darren Gauci. He slowed them right up mid-race. They've run 1:39.61. Third place goes to Emerald Dane, who sat outside the lead. So full honours to the winner to come from last in a slowly run race.
Ariante is a clear favourite at 270, and is it getting the same support on course, Ian? Ian not there just yet, and horses are about to be called into line. This has been identified as a value bet rate.
Ariante will jump away, a firm favourite. Tote in New South Wales 290, 420 Masquerado. Not a lot of variation in the ring. Garden Scene comes in. Here's Outlaws coming forward out of a former good mare, Balmaressa. And it looks as though we're ready for action. Indeed we are. There goes the red light. They're off in the second at Randwick, and they jumped in a nice even fashion. Bosworth is going to lead on settling down. Masquerado in second, Posse followed by Ariante, and wider out Domini. My Telly improving. A horse off the fence and right up against the rails is Jade Prince. A length and a half further back, Garden Scene, about 3 to Ivy League, 2.5 Navy Blue, and a neck to Outlaws. They work their way past the 1200, and Bosworth going along at a good clip. He leads by a length and 3/4 Masquerado. Third the rail, Jade Prince, one out, one back. Is My Tally, and Ariante's caught on a limb. A length and a half then to Domini on the outside of Garden Scene. Some 3 to Ivy League, 2 lengths to Navy Blue, and 3/4 Outlaws. Bosworth steadied coming onto the High Street side and down to the halfway at the 800. Bosworth 3/4 Masquerado. Little Lenny Beasley having no luck on the favourite. Ariante out in no man's land, followed by Jade Prince, My Tally. A length to Domini, followed on its inside Garden Scene. Navy Blue endeavouring to make some ground. Ivy League second last, and 2.5 to Outlaws as they come to the corner. And Bosworth in control. 3/4 of a length on Masquerado. A similar margin and wider out as Ariante, followed on the inside by Jade Prince. And a length to My Tally and Domini as they straighten up, and Ariante hits the front. Bosworth quickly threw in the towel. It surrendered. And as they come down to the 250, Ariante a length and a half clear on My Tally, and then Domini, and 2 lengths to Garden Scene, and the others headed by Navy Blue. It's Ariante, 120 to go in front. Domini trying his heart out, but it's Ariante holding Domini, and then My Tally followed by Garden Scene and Navy Blue, but Ariante will do it today. Ariante has beaten Domini, My Tally, photo fourth, Garden Scene and Navy Blue, followed by Outlaws, Bosworth, Ivy League and Jade Prince, and Masquerado. Oh, didn't do well today. Stone Motherless last. Well, he did a darn good job today, Ariante. He did a darn good job. He was never on the track. And it just highlights, doesn't it, how far he should have won by here 2 weeks ago. But that is history. And the winner by Falonte from Arietta, and hence the name. Trained by Gay Waterhouse and syndicated by Denise Martin's Star Thoroughbreds, who have enjoyed a great deal of success over the years. Lenny Beasley aboard, and as we await all numbers to go up, 8 Ariante winning start 11 and making it a winning tally of 5, a second and 2/3. So he's been a very good money spinner, and more to come. 8, 2, 10 and 9. Number 2, Domini is second. Darren Beedman by Strategic from Hallelujah, trained by Johnny Hawks. And number 10, My Tally, third by Johan Quatz from Fabuleux, Max Lee's Corey Brown. So that form out of that race here 2 weeks ago, when Domini won by a cigarette paper's width over My Tally with Ariante, a desperately unlucky third. Gee, it's worked out, hasn't it? 8, 2, 10, 9 ran fourth, and that was Garden Scene.
And the Quinella pays $8.80, trifecta $50, and for first 4 players that pays $217.90 on the numbers 8, 2, 10 and 9.
Track, a little bit of value on the tote though, number 3. Down to Happy Strike. Some value the tote. Keep the Faith has been easy, very much unders the tote compared to what's happening on track. Fresh Boy, there's some value, and the Rubicon down the bottom has had support here in the last couple of calls coming through on track, and there is some good value on the tote, number 11. No value to the tote here, Joe.
To the vein. Easing favourite drawn gate 1. Light flashes, racing, and Keep the Faith jump just reasonably on the inside. Scaredy Cat, Mr. Ubiquitous away very quickly. Snip Attacks driving through trying to find the lead, and the Rubicon is being hard ridden, pushing up as well. As they settle into the stride, Keep the Faith with about 3 or 4 behind him. He's on the rails, and Snip Attack has the lead. He's retained the inside ahead of Rasun wide, and Scaredy Cat in the centre. The Rubicon is 4th on the rail. Happy Strike the outside. Then Fresh Boy, 1 further back as Keep the Faith, awkwardly placed on the inside, trailed by Mr. Ubiquitous, and battling to the half further back Manitar, being trailed by Kirribilli Court on the outside, and Face Value on the fence, one of the last. Up to the turn, Snip Attack has it by a half length. Scaredy Cat getting away from the rail, Rasun wide, the Rubicon right behind the leader, then Happy Strike, Keep the Faith getting away from the fence as they cornered. Snip Attack by a length here to Scaredy Cat, the Rubicon hard ridden the rail. Here's Happy Strike descending with a run. Keep the Faith boxed up, can't get clear, and Fresh Boy nearly lost the rider. It's Happy Strike racing up with Scaredy Cat. They come to fight it out. Scaredy Cat, Happy Strike the outside. Happy Strike, Scaredy Cat, Keep the Faith flies. They hit the line, bobbing goes Scaredy Cat. He's one of the nose to Happy Strike, Keep the Faith, the unlucky runner. He flew home and grabbed third from Snip Attack. Just behind these to finish in the race was the Rubicon, and then Face Value, who's made ground. Fresh Boy, very unlucky. He nearly lost the rider. Next, Rasun, Mr. Ubiquitous, and at the end, Manitar and Kirribilli Court. Another terrific finish in the Vane Stakes. Judge has called for a photo. And there was certainly some hard luck stories in the race. Fresh Boy, I don't know how the rider stayed on board. Eddie Casser there. Keep the Faith was in trouble getting a run through. And then it got down to Scaredy Cat and Happy Strike coming away to fight the race out. And it's a photo finish to decide it in 1:10.38. Really fit for this run here today. He looked terrific in the yard. And Happy Strike racing in very good form. He's peaking right now. They've shared the race. Keep the Faith in third. The official fourth went to Snip Attack, and fifth in was 11, the Rubicon. He looked to have his chance. He was off the bit, hard ridden.
Race number 3 of the day, and Kingston Classic number 6 is a pronounced favourite on tote and in the ring. 250, 150 in New South Wales as I speak, and the second elect number 2, and that is Reeve. Number 3, and they're off and running. Spading, one of the best to break the line. Commencing pretty well was Lyman Hall. Up in the third position is the heavily backed favourite Kingston Classic. Its stablemate Sir Spec improving, followed by Sisu, and then Far Was Hotter Than Hell. Scenic Boom West Country, further away Serpentine. Reeve getting back along the rails. An Absolutist Tara success as they work into the back, and Lyman Hall is the clear leader. Past the 1400, and Lyman Hall in an unusual roll out about 2 lengths now. Sir Spec second, Spading third, and Kingston Classic fourth. fourth. Then Far Was, followed on its outside by the Queenslander Sisu. Off the track is Scenic Boom. And then a gap to Hotter Than a Hill, Reeve Serpentine, Tara Success and West Country. This is the order as they race on to the next bend, sighted near the 1100. And Lyman Hall shows the way from Sir Spec. Spading running third. And then comes Kingston Classic, and Scenic Boom is very wide out. Far Was over on the inside of Sisu. Then Hotter Than Hill. A couple of lengths further away is Reeve. Serpentine at his girth on the outside from Tara Success. And Absolute is West Country as they come along past the 750. Little or no change in the order. Lyman Hall in famous colours. The black and white checks, yellow sleeves. A length clear Sir Spec. Third is Spading. Kingston Classic working closer now. Followed by Scenic Boom. Far Was. Hotter Than Hill and Sisu. Serpentine, Reeve, West Country. And still last is Tara Success as they swing. Lyman Hall. A length on Sir Spec, whose rider had a couple of peeps to the left. The stablemate third, Kingston Classic. And Spading's coming one off the rails as they race down to the 250. And the leader, Lyman Hall, not for long. Spading grabbed him very quickly. Kingston Classic struggles, then Sisu and Serpentine. It's Spading for little Ronnie Stewart and trainer Bernie Howlett. A length and a half on the Queenslander Sisu. But Spading is safely holding Sisu and Serpentine. And Spading, a good winner from Sisu. Serpentine third. Fourth was Lyman Hall. Then Kingston Classic. Far Was, Tara Success, Sir Spec. Followed by West Country, Reeve, Hotter Than Hill. And Scenic Boom near enough to last. Number 8, the winner. All the S's, eh? Spading, Sisu and Serpentine. There are a few other S's in the race too. Scenic Boom, Sir Spec. Anyway, Spading for Bernie Howlett and Ronnie Stewart. Numbers will be up in a moment. I was just mentioning before the race that Ronnie got a big thrill out of winning on Spading at Warwick Farm. This horse has only had the 7 starts. He's had a couple of bowed tendons. He's just been an absolute treat to veterinary science and his trainer Bernie Howlett. And I had the pleasure of interviewing Ronnie at the big racehorse owners function at Randwick a few Thursday nights ago as the leading apprentice in Sydney for the season just concluded. And I said, what has been your biggest thrill so far, Ronnie? And he said, winning on Spading for his former boss, Bernie Howlett, at Warwick Farm on the 4th of August. And he's done it again here today. Good luck to all concerned. 8, 4, 5 and 10.
To announce their decision on the protest.
Finish. The interference in the view of the stewards has affected the result of the race. The protest is therefore upheld and the amended placings, Happy Strike first, Scaredy Cat second. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. Greg Childs getting the race outright on Happy Strike. We'll clear up those details shortly.
And that'll leave a vacancy in 16 for Do or More, who looks to be the last. Mount Billy is set.
They head to the barriers, Alf. What are your thoughts?
Joe, I'm going to put number 4, Special Harmony, on top. I liked it this morning after seeing it in the yard. It looks fit. Blinkers on first up. I think it's drawn the right gate to get the...
Light flashing, the all clear. Racing. And Diamond Haley jumping okay down on the inside. Mr. Rain away fast, and so too French Bed driving out looking for the lead. Nibbler and Rodine were away quickly, and Willow Wind is handy to them as they settle into stride. And it's Willow Wind at the 1,000 going to the lead on the outside with Mr. Rain in the centre and French Bed on the rail, and they lead by a length. Special Harmony. They're trailed by Nibbler, trapped out a length and a half further back in the field. Hinting, followed by Beautiful Gem, Annie LaVie. Rodine in that bunch 3 wide, and 2 lengths further back is Diamond Haley. She's awkwardly placed too at the 600 metres. Around her is Isle of Gibraltar, followed then by Syrinx and Living Spirit. French Bed drove through and took the lead before the home turn from Willow Wind. Then Nibbler third, the outside from Hinting, Special Harmony, Rodine, Mr. Rain, hard-ridden, losing her place. And then Annie LaVie as they swing the corner. Diamond Haley a minute back, and French Bed kicked out by 2 to Willow Wind and Hinting. Nibbler down the outside. Rodine next. Beautiful Gem has pulled right to the outside, but French Bed at the 100 led by 3 to Hinting. Rodine and Beautiful Gem are coming, but French Bed against the rails is 2.5 in front. She's getting tired, that'll be too good. French Bed by a length and 3/4. Either Rodine or Beautiful Gem for the minors, clear of Annie LaVie. Diamond Haley did her best work late. Next Hinting. Living Spirit making some ground. Special Harmony next, and then Nibbler, Willow Wind, followed by Isle of Gibraltar, Mr. Rain and Syrinx last in, and they've run 1:10.49, putting them 0.11 slower than the Vane, the previous on the card. French Bed driving through to lead before the home turn. And Noel Callow has got this filly home, trained on the track by Mick Price. 7 the winner. French bid, Noel Callow and Mick Price. Photo for the minor end of the prize. And that's a pretty close one too between these two strong finishers, Rodine and Beautiful Gem. 7 under photo on race number 3. Diamond Haley getting well back on the rails, doing her best work late, but missing out on the money this afternoon. She'll be better for the run, there's no doubt about that. But Victory going to the front running French bid, using her speed to advantage. And she kicked away with a big lead in the early part of the straight and then held on quite impressively over the closing stages. Here's the winner returning after the 3rd race, French bid. A 3-year-old bay filly. She's by Anabar from My Crystal Star. Race for the Vinery Syndicate.
The flashy John Hawkes trained Koozie is the short-priced favourite to win the up-and-coming stakes this afternoon at Randwick. Exceed and Excel has firmed into $7.80. All Gonna Do It is one of the prime chances too at $4.90. And Galini given a big hope too at $8.10. Correct one.
Now, the red light has just been switched on. They've backed him out again. All Gonna Do It, eh? Now, what's going to happen here? Having a look at his near front. Hello, broadcast. Yes, thank you. Right, thank you. That's the Deputy Chairman of Stewards this time, Greg Rudolph, just advising what's going on, and those watching on Sky will be having a very, very good view. The vet has had a look at the near front, the off front, and A-OK. 3rd time proves it, eh? We hope. For a safe beginning. 2nd pick, 470 in New South Wales, behind Koozie at 210. Now he doesn't want to go in again. All Gonna Do It. He's very stirred up today. Now they've got him. Okay, keep your fingers crossed if you're on. All Gonna Do It. They're set. They're off this time. He jumped reasonably. All Gonna Do It. Exceed and Excel jumped with gusto and leads Aleng Dan Burden going up very quickly. Galini looking for the lead. Then Sunset Run followed by Koozie, Olympus, Hitwell and All Gonna Do It, and 3 or 4 November Dreaming. Exceed and Excel down to the 820, a length and a half on Galini. 2.5 to Dan Bird. 3/4 of a length to Aleng Sunset Run as they string out. Hippel's next, another 3 away, followed by All Gonna Do It, and then Koozie, Olympus, and 3 lengths November Dreaming. 600 out on the up and coming, and Exceed and Excel shows the way. The well-tried Galini 2nd. Dan Bird on the outside of Sunset Run, followed by Hipwell, All Gonna Do It, Koozie, and the favourites got 2 behind him, Olympus and November Dreaming. Exceed and Excel well away from the rails, straightens up more than a length, 2 lengths in fact now. 2nd is Galini, followed by Hipwell, and 2 lengths to Dan Bird, All Gonna Do It, and Koozie is next and a mile back, but Exceed and Excel at the distance, 2.5, 3 clear, showing no signs of stopping. Hipwell 2nd, then Dan Bird, but it's Exceed and Excel in front. He's getting a little tired, but he's got a big break. Battling on is Dan Bird on the inside, but as they reach the line, Exceed and Excel wins it from Dan Bird and Hipwell. Photo 4th, All Gonna Do It with Koozie. Galini stopped from Olympus, November Dreaming, and tailed off Sunset Run. Number 3 beat them with sheer speed. And that was the real Exceed and Excel that we came to know during the autumn here today. He disappointed in the San Domenico, but he did want to bolt on the way to the barrier, and he did race very ordinarily, but with that run under his belt, that's obviously settled him down a hell of a lot. And Huey Bowman wasn't afraid to keep him well away from the rails, was he? Numbers to come up. 3 Exceed and Excel, a beautifully bred colt by Dane Hill from Petrona, trained by Timmy Martin for Nick Moritis and A.S. Osberg, and ridden by Huey Bowman, has scored in the time of 1:11.82. So the race record 1:09.08 here at Randwick to our Maze K. So 3 Exceed and Excel will be first. The 2nd and 3rd placings, Dan Bird in a photo with Hipwell, and then it'll be pretty close for 4th, All Gonna Do It and Koozie. Well, here are the numbers coming up. So here we go. Number 3 is first, and that is Exceed and Excel, Hugh Bowman. Number 2, Dan Bird, 2nd, doing his best work later. Dane Hill, like the winner, out of fitting. Gerald Ryan, Jim Cassidy. Number 4, 3rd, Hipwell by Armadale, trained by Neil Godbolt at Port Macquarie. Michael Rod in the saddle. And number 1. Cousy was the official fourth, and all going to do it would have been next. 2 1/4 ahead, 1:11.82, 37.63, and here are the totes. Number 3, the winner, Exceed and Excel.
Down to the inside, red zone is set. Coming in is Tullydane, runs his best races at this track. Still only won the 2 from 27 though. Datari's side, fielders locked in. They're set, and a couple of them, in fact 3 have broken through the front. Abyssinian, Tullydane and Turmeric have been a chain reaction, gone through the gates, and Turmeric's already pulled up. He's okay, the stayer, but yeah, the other 2 are okay as well. They've gone down to about the 1100 metres and have been reined in by their respective riders. Tullydane in the blue and white, and Abyssinian in the green, white sash, orange cap. So they look to have done no harm at all and are heading back to the start. Just to check the stalls. And this field is again locked in and ready, and they're racing immediately. Marbine and Bunreaver began okay. Red Zone pretty slow to move out of the stalls. Abyssinian began fast, and so did Archave, and ACDC with Anchintaro. Tullydane just off these as they settle into stride. Fantastic last, and inside the 1,000 Abyssinian, and Naden has come across and joins and heads him now. Archave third, and there followed ACDC. Anchintaro fifth the rail. 4 lengths to Tullydane, Marbine, a length and a half. C Senor, Bunreaver. Datari on the fence, and Truglow's got a long way back, followed by Arena Valladora, Red Zone, and then Turmeric, followed then by Fantastic on the inside, and Badger's Wood. At the 500, they've run it hard, and Naden led Archave, Abyssinian, and ACDC 4, 2 lengths away, Enchintaro, Tullydane, another 2, Marbine, Datari, Bunreaver, C Senor, and Truglow about 10 from the leader. Naden against the fence by 2, Abyssinian, Archave, ACDC the outside, then Enchintaro, Tullydane at the 150, and Naden by 3 lengths now to ACDC and Shintaro, and the rest are battling away. Naden in front of ACDC. Naden about a length and a half in front from an outside barrier. Naden gets the money, beats Tullydane second, ACDC third, and Shintaro fourth, then Marbine. Truglow got home when it was over, followed by Dataria, Chave, Bunreaver, a break to Fantastic, and Arena Valladora, then Badger's Wood, Red Zone, C Senor, Turmeric, and Abyssinian last in. Well, he overcame the outside barrier in the twinkling of an eye. They went out helter-skelter early, but he crossed and found the coveted inside and used it to advantage in winning. 5 Naden, James Winks, Leon McDonald taking it out. Time is 1:10.38, and that's precisely the time that Scaredy Cat and Happy Strike shared in the Vane Stakes. Second placing, number 14, Tullydane, written by Nicholas Ryan. Third, number 16, ACDC, written by Craig Newitt. Numbers of 5, 14 and 16. Fourth place went to Anchintaro, and fifth in was Marbine.
$886. Another stakes race coming up at Randwick, the Toy Show Quality Handicap over 1,400 metres. And these fillies and mares are about to move into line. Let's join Ian Craig.
Righto, Joe, thank you. And steadies down. They're off. Miss Helter Skelter jibbed. She missed it by 4. And Misery OC first out from Susie Gray. Arabia jumped out well. Fairy Story improving from Monmeckie. Loise next over Jamra. 2 to Seesaw. Miss Helter Skelter picking up some lost ground and passing Spur Scent and Bullaborghese. They race down onto the course proper, and Misery OC is the leader. About 3/4 to a length, Fairy Story. 2/3 Arabia inside Monmeckie. Then Susie Gray wide pass by Loise on her inside. A length to Jamra. 2 to Seesaw, Miss Helter Skelter, who made a real mess of the start. And Spur Scent and Bullaborghese are the last pair as they come along to the 700. And Misery OC, the pilot, she's 3/4.